Assalamu alaikum wa marhaban bikum. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Serious Arabic with me, Ustad Jeem. Now in today's lesson, we are going to learn something really useful and important in Arabic, which is we're going to learn new vocabulary through learning a root pattern and how we put that root pattern in different verb forms, how it gives us different meanings. So it's a really fun exercise and it's a great way to improve your vocabulary because, as you know, Arabic is a root-based language. So if you learn a root and then you can put the root into different forms, it's a very good way to learn your vocabulary. Also, this is a good way for you to consolidate your knowledge of the different forms, which is essential if you want to achieve fluency in Arabic. Okay, so for example, we've got the root pattern of ha, del, and tha, and that we're going to see the meanings that this root pattern takes on when we put it in form 1, form 2, form 3, form 4, form 5, form 6, and form 10. So it's a really great way to improve your vocabulary. So, however, before we get started, if you're enjoying the videos and you'd like to see more Arabic for free, then please hit subscribe now as it really helps the channel grow. شكرا جزيلا لنبدأ. So, we are going to see what happens if we put the root pattern in form 1. This gives us the verb to happen. So this is حدث يحدث الحدوث. Okay? This means to happen. So, example sentence. ماذا حدث بين الصديقين? So, what happened between the two friends? So, we use ماذا when we want to ask a question. What happened? بين means between. Now pay attention here because بين is a preposition. So that means that this is going to affect what case the following noun is in. Now in Arabic, nouns that come after a preposition are in the genitive case. So we need to put this noun صديق, which means friend, into the genitive case. Now the issue here is that we have two friends. So we need to use the dual in Arabic. Now the dual ending in the nominative is any. However, we are in the genitive case, and the ending for nouns in dual nouns in the genitive with the accusative is any. Okay, and so that's why it's صديقين because there's a preposition before. So preposition, noun, following noun in the genitive. Let's move on to form 2 now. Now the root pattern in form 2 takes the meaning of to tell. So it's حدث يحدث التحديث. Okay, this means to tell. Now just something about the masdar. Okay, this masdar تحديث, even though it's of the verb to tell, we often use this masdar to mean also to update, okay, or to modernize something. Okay, so like a software or a system or something. So this masdar can mean also, and is commonly used to update or modernize. So just for your information. حدثني عما حدث له في مصر. He told me what happened to him in Egypt. So this is another way an alternative way of saying هو قال لي حدثني. Okay, but as opposed to قال, which needs the preposition لي, he told to me, we don't need that with حدث. Okay, we just add the verbal object to it. So instead of حدث أنا, it's حدثني. Okay, so we don't need لي either. It's just the verbal object. Okay, عما. So this is عما is عن plus ما. So about what happened. So we put them together. And then I've done this sentence for your benefit. This is the form 1. This is the form 1 of the verb of the root cluster. Okay, so what happened له to him في مصر in Egypt. Now let's move on to form 3. Now this takes the meaning of to converse, or I guess to talk with someone or to chat. But I guess let's say converse. So it's حادث يحادث المحادثة. Okay, so يحادث الطالب المحاضر عن اللغة التركية. This kind of reminds me, it's probably me when I was at university studying Turkish or something like that, always talking to the professor about, or the teacher about Turkish, because I love the grammar. So, let's break it down. So, يحادث, the student is conversing. So, the verb first, then subject, طالب. And then, again, we're not, even though it's conversing with or talking with someone, we don't need مع, okay? We just have the object here, which is المحاضر, which is the اسم فاعل of the form 3 verb حاضر, which means to lecture. So this is the one that lectures, so the lecturer. So the student is conversing, literally conversing the lecturer, but it's actually with the lecturer, عن, about, اللغة التركية, about Turkish. Just a side note, if anyone else here speaks Turkish or studied Turkish, I'm sure you also agree that it's a very fascinating language to learn. It does have some Arabic vocabulary in it. Also has a lot of Persian vocabulary influence in it as well. And the grammar is really fascinating and really beautiful language. So if you're learning Arabic, if you fancy a challenge, I really recommend Turkish as well. Anyway, back to the Arabic. So form 4 now. This takes on the meaning of to cause something. So أحدث يحدث الإحداث. Okay, means to cause. So أحدث القانون الجديد تغييرا جوهريا في النظام التعليمي. The new law caused the fundamental change in the education system. So أحدث, it caused القانون, the new law, جديد is new. تغييرا, so this is a change. Now it's got, excuse me, that should be that should be فتحة تنوين on top. Okay, yeah, that's better. Sorry about that. فتحة تنوين. So it's a change. It's indefinite and it's the object of the verb. So it's in the accusative case. So that's why we have the فتحة تنوين. And the adjective جوهري, which means fundamental, also has to agree because with the nouns. That's why it also has the فتحة تنوين. في in النظام is the system, تعليمي is the education system, okay, or educational system, whichever you want to say, but it's an adjective here, coming from the says تعليم means education, so we put the ya on the end and make it into an adjective. Now form 5, sorry, yes, form 5. That should not be there. This is form 5. Sorry, I got confused. So now we have تحدث يتحدث التحدث, which means to speak or to talk. It's another way of saying تكلم, which is form 5 as well. So يحاول أن يتحدث باللغة العربية. He is trying to speak in Arabic. So our verb here is a form 3 verb. حاول يحاول, which is to try. And then to is أن. After أن, the verb is in the subjunctive. So that's why it's يتحدث, subjunctive, باللغة العربية. He's trying to speak in Arabic. Okay? That's I guess for you guys as well, doesn't matter how good your Arabic is at the moment, whenever you're meeting with Arabs or you're in an Arab country or Arab restaurant, just always try and speak some Arabic. Even if you think it's just a few words or something, it's going to go very far, and it's always important to practice, and people will really appreciate it. So always try, even if you think you're going to make mistakes, because mistakes is how you learn. So yeah, always try to speak in Arabic when you've got an opportunity, because it's a good way to practice. Now, this is officially form 6, okay? So we have تحادث يتحادث التحادث. Now this is to converse like form 3, but it's the reciprocal of form 3. So it's like involving two people. That's it. So sometimes we have with form 3 and then form 6, there's a sort of a similarity between them, or a parallel or overlap. But that's because 6 can sometimes be the reciprocal of form 3, like involving two people. So يتحادث الأصدقاء عن الحفلة في الحديقة. The friends are conversing about the party in the garden. So, verb first. Now, with the verb, we only need to make it agree in the gender. It doesn't matter about the plural, okay? So that's why it's يتحدث, not يتحدثون, even though it's the friends. الأصدقاء, which is the plural. So that's why, okay, so the friends are conversing. So the reason why it's form 3 here, not form 6, is because there are more than one person. It's reciprocal. The friends are conversing together. عن is about. الحفلة is the party. في in الحديقة is the garden. Okay, time for form 10 now. So this means in form 10, the verb, the root pattern, something like to develop or to introduce something. So استحدث يستحدث الاستحداث, to develop or introduce. So here's an example sentence. استحدثت الحكومة نظاما جديدا لدفع الضرائب. The government introduced a new system for paying taxes. You could also translate this as develop, new system, introduce or develop. So استحدثت is the verb first, and it's feminine, the here ending, because الحكومة is a feminine noun. So the government introduced نظاما جديدا, so a new system. نظام is system. Now it's نظاما because it is indefinite and it is the object of the verb. So that's why it's in the accusative. It's the object of the verb because what did the government introduce? A new system, so it's the object. And that's why it has the fatha tanwin. And the adjective is agreeing with the noun, so that's why it also has the fatha tanwin. And then li means for or in order to. And then the masdar of dafa'a, yadfa'u, to pay. Dafa'a, paying. Al-dara'ib is taxes, okay? So that's it. That's all for today. Let's just go back and recap. So through this lesson or this exercise, we have learned 7 verbs just from this one pattern, okay? And it's a really great way to improve your vocabulary. So to practice this, I would suggest taking a pen and paper, writing the 3 root letters in the middle, and draw a spider diagram like that, because that will help you memorize it and think, oh, this is what it means in Form 1, and then Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, Form 6, Form 10. And it's a really good exercise just to improve your vocabulary. Whenever you're learning a new word in Arabic, try and find out or deduce the root letters. And then you can look the root letters up in a dictionary and then think, oh, actually, this is cool because actually it takes on a different meaning when it's in Form 3 as opposed to Form 5. And then also we can make this adjective from the ism maf'ul or something like that. So really good way. Learn your roots and then try and learn the other words because it really helps the vocab stick. And it's also just a fascinating way to, delve deep into the language. So that's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And please like, subscribe, and share with anyone else that wants to learn Arabic for free. And I'll see you in the next lesson. شكرا جزيلا وإلى اللقاء.